Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're tackling something entirely unique, a laser-focused challenge, really. We're looking at a very specific, totally isolated piece of data. Now, the exact source text we're rigorously examining today is officially titled the GRE Sourcebook. And just hearing a title like that, you probably expect something, well, comprehensive, definitive, and monumental, right? You can almost literally feel the weight and authority of the information it must hold. It sounds like a total game changer. But before we actually get to the data itself, what actually lies within this sourcebook? Seriously, just think about that for a second. Consider the potential scale of the data packed inside a document bearing such an imposing title. As focused learners, I bet your minds are probably racing right now, picturing these massive, endless data tables, sprawling chapters of research, or maybe some exhaustive methodological breakdowns. Naturally, we expect a sourcebook to be this vast, bottomless reservoir of knowledge. Okay. Let's dive into this and actually look at the excerpt we've been provided. Prepare yourselves, because the monolithic entirety of our source text is simply this, GR. Yep, that is the complete raw data we have to work with today. It's an almost playful revelation, isn't it? But we've got to treat it with absolute seriousness. Our entire analytical universe for this explainer is contained entirely within those 3 capitalized characters. No joke. When we actually put this into perspective, we see this absolutely striking juxtaposition. On one side, we have this weighty, imposing title, the GRE Sourcebook. And then, right over on the other side, we have this microscopic, hyper-concentrated excerpt, GRE. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the incredibly precise, super-restricted scope of our available information. We've got this massive, expansive conceptual framing directly contrasted with a single tiny data point. It totally highlights the wild gap between what the title promises and what the excerpt actually delivers. Now, what's really fascinating about this minimalist excerpt is how it completely dictates our entire approach today. Because, as you know, the core philosophy of this explainer is that we rely solely, and I mean absolutely solely, on the provided text. We are strictly bound to the source material. So because of this, we cannot and absolutely will not hallucinate outside definitions. We're not going to bring in external historical contexts or make wild guesses about what those letters might stand for out in the real world. This limitation forces us, really, to just look at the raw data exactly as it's presented to us. No distractions, no outside noise, just the text itself. Let's move to and see how this builds, because we're going to meticulously break down the only structural components we actually possess. Stripping away all of those grand expectations we talked about, we're left with a very simple, totally undeniable inventory. First up, we have the letter G. Second, the letter R. And finally, the letter E. These individual capitalized letters are the fundamental atomic units of our entire source text. By mapping them out like this, we're literally charting the exact architecture of our excerpt. Bringing it all together, we are left with exactly 3 isolated characters. So the crucial point is, this number 3 represents the absolute totality of the excerpted source data we possess from the GRE Sourcebook. Just 3. It is a finite, perfectly measurable, and honestly beautifully contained quantity. Every single observation, every ounce of our structured analysis today is derived entirely from the sheer existence of these 3 specific characters. Which brings us to our final, lingering thought for the day. What profound context remains hidden within the unseen pages of the sourcebook? I mean, we've meticulously examined the very tip of the iceberg here, just those distinct letters. But this minimalist excerpt really challenges us to reflect on the imposing mystery of this single isolated acronym. What vast, unknown expanse of information surrounds it in the text we weren't provided? What is the rest of the story? That is a profound mystery that, for now, remains securely locked away. Thank you so much for joining me for this highly focused explainer. Keep analyzing, keep looking closely at the data, and always, always stay curious about the context you just can't see.